This video is made possible by Practical Defense Systems, the best online security training at the lowest prices. You can start your security career today online at pdsclasses.com. Check them out. Hi, I'm Joel Persinger. I'm the Gun Guy. Thank you very much for all of your support of GunGuyTV. I'm very grateful, so please keep supporting us. We need all the help we can get. You might also check out these places over here. Many of them are video formats, and you'll find the videos duplicated there as well as on YouTube. So if you want to check out Rumble or BitChute or one of those places, you'll find it there in case something happens on YouTube. I'd suggest you pick at least one and subscribe over there as well. And then if you get a chance, check out the GunGuyTV Firearms audio podcast. It comes out on your favorite podcast player twice a month. Okay, what am I talking about today? I'm back to talking about laser sights again and that kind of stuff. And you know, every time I do a video on laser sights, there's people that are proponents and people who are detractors and they don't like them, and I get it. Everybody's got an opinion, and I understand. Let me give you mine. I've done a number of videos on these because I'm a great proponent of them, particularly really when you're older. If you're a younger person and your eyes are perfect at night and you got great night vision and you can see the sights and you got night sights, and I get it. When you're my age, you can't see the sights very well. I don't care what time of day it is. I'm just basically at this point on pistols, I'm lining up the three blurs. I got the blurry target, the blurry front sight, and the blurry rear sight. And so anything I can put on the gun that helps me get quicker on target without having to try to get my eyes to focus on the sights is a benefit. And I think the older you get, or if you have bad vision to begin with, laser sights are a plus for that. Additionally, a lot of times attacks happen at night. And even if you have great vision, if you don't have night sights on your gun, you may not be able to see the sights unless you have a light and you're going to put light on the target. We'll talk about that in a second. The other thing that I think people forget is that laser sights allow you to get the gun on target from goofy firing positions. And I've demonstrated that by standing at the range and standing in one lane and putting my arm around the other side and shooting from the other side on the other lane without looking down the sights and getting the rounds on target. I've demonstrated by laying down behind a bunch of chairs in my backyard to simulate being in the middle of an active shooting in a place like a theater where I don't want to stick my head up and get my head blown off, so I put my hand over the top of the chair. There's a lot of different instances in which you may have to defend yourself from a position where you're under cover and you don't want to display your noggin as a target, but you can peek out and see, and you might want to shoot around that cover object and just expose the muzzle of your firearm. A laser is great for that. Now, on my Smith & Wesson M&P shield, I just have a red laser. So it's a Crimson Trace laser. When you grip it, you push the button. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the laser comes on. My wife recently got a Crimson Trace laser. This is a green one, but it also has, as you can tell, it has the flashlight on it as well. Now, I bought this one because it would fit better in the holster that I had George make for me, and also because I carry a handheld light all the time, and I'm trained to use that light. I've been doing it for decades. My wife is not trained to do those things, and knowing that that training could be more challenging for her in a lot of areas because she's probably not going to practice it as much as I do, having a weapons-mounted light made a lot more sense. Crimson Trace just recently started sponsoring the channel, so they were kind enough to send me one, and I thought I would show you the difference on what they look like in the backyard. So I hung up a target underneath our avocado tree, and I tested the gun with a handheld light, and that's the red laser, so you can tell that that's my gun with the handheld light, and that's a 200 lumen handheld light, so you can see how brightly it lights up the target. And then I checked it with the little bitty LED light that comes on these laser grip light combos. That's the green laser, which you can see very clearly, and you can see that the light from the little LED is just as bright as my 200 lumen light and illuminates the target. So it really gives you an advantage. Well, a couple different points. One, you got to have a light to be able to identify the target. You don't want to shoot at a target that you haven't yet identified. That's one thing. And secondly, you want to be able to have a way to be able to shoot around things if you have to, or for that matter, if you're frightened, You point the gun, press the trigger. I'm a great proponent of point shooting up close for that reason, because a lot of times folks who don't train all the time because they are regular people, they work a regular job and they don't have time to train all the time, even if they wanted to, they're going to be frightened when somebody attacks them, and oftentimes they're going to put the gun out in front and press the trigger, and the gun's probably going to be down here, not up here. And we can, you know, as gun guys, we can, gun gals or whatever, we can rag on those people all we want to, but the truth is that happens all the time. And if that means that you're going to point the gun anyway, I'll take you out and help you, you know, like my wife, we'll go practice point shooting, but the laser makes point shooting just that much more accurate and that much more instinctive. So I'm a great proponent of lasers. As a result, I've worked this out with Crimson Trace. If you're interested in any of their laser products, I'm going to put a link in the description. Use the code that I put in the description because it'll save you 10% on any of your purchases. So if you've been looking to add laser sights or laser light combos to your defensive firearms, you can do that using the Crimson Trace stuff, which I'm going to tell you is absolutely outstanding. I have Crimson Trace lights on just about, I think, on every handgun we have except a couple of revolvers at this point with the laser light combos, because I really, really like them. They're just absolutely indestructible, and they're made extremely well, and they work instinctively. You don't have to turn it on. It's just whenever you grab the gun, they're on. So I really do like them. You can check them out again at the link in the description. If you choose to buy, make sure you use that code GunGuy10, and it will save you 10% on your purchases of laser and or laser light combos from Crimson Trace. Thank you again very much for watching. Have a great week and stay safe.